Pluto is a roguelike where you escape wizard jail by finger-blasting horrific monsters with your spell-slinging digits. It's grungy, it's chaotic, and it is heavily inspired by Slay the Spire. But it takes that foundation and turns it into something that is very weird and wildly unique. It all revolves around your fingers, your gnarled, claw-like fingers. Each one, except the tragically useless thumb, can cast spells by slamming cards directly onto your fingertips. It's sort of like playing the piano, but with more explosions. Now this might look complicated, but it is actually surprisingly intuitive. Spells that share an element can merge together, which frees your fingers and lets you get really creative. Because now you can squeeze in another spell, which triggers another ability, and it just kinda spirals out of control from there. But the best bit is that if you can recreate a spell's elemental pattern using other spells, that spell will fire off automatically and for free. So if you're like me and you like big, chunky, wide spells, you can end up dumping your entire hand in one absurd chain reaction. When all of that clicks and you start evaporating enemies just by waggling your horrible little wizard hands, it is the best feeling in the world. Even within my first 10 minutes, I managed to stumble into a combo so broken, it wiped out an entire group of enemies before they could act. And this is just the demo. But don't get overconfident, because Pluto will throw monsters worthy of all that power directly at you. Just look at these things. They are horrific, but so detailed and so fleshed out that I cannot just stop staring at them. They're actually kind of beautiful, but in all the worst ways. But it's not just the monsters either. The playable characters are also just nasty looking creeps. And honestly, it's why Pluto grabbed me in the first place. The game's visuals really make you feel like you're some insanely powerful and probably just regular old insane wizard, trying to desperately claw your way out from wizard jail. And why? Well, to visit your niece for her birthday, obviously. Not that I would allow any of these lunatics within a kilometer of a children's birthday party. But what they lack in looks, personal hygiene, and moral compass, they more than make up for with absurdly fun powers. The creepy uncle, or the magus as the game calls him, is my absolute favorite, as all he wants to do is give enemies the middle finger. Or two in this case, because if you cast a spell that spans both middle fingers, you will double it. And then, if you sneak in a damage doubler, you'll permanently imprint a middle finger shaped hole in the enemy's skull. On the other hand, the apprentice, the slightly less creepy uncle, goes for the opposite approach. He spams pathetic spells that slowly grow in power and eventually turn into a magical machine gun. It is just wonderful stuff. But there is a very, very good reason the game gives you all of these insane abilities. Pluto does not joke around. Every single enemy, including the very first ones, can absolutely clobber you because you are a decrepit old man wearing a bathrobe for armor. So how do you keep yourself alive? Ironically enough, by not casting spells. Each free finger gives you armor, which is such a deliciously devious mechanic. You want to fling spells like a lunatic and do big combos, but you also need to leave your fingers open so you don't redecorate the room with your spleen. But it's not just damage you have to worry about. Many enemies have special abilities and debuffs you'll have to juggle. Some can even curse your fingers, which disables their passive abilities and hurts you when you use them, after which the curse breaks. So, do you keep the curse around, or do you suck it up and break it? Yet no matter how tough things get, it never feels unfair. Just like in Slay the Spire, Pluto gives you all of the information right from the very start. You know exactly what the enemies are going to do and how they'll do it, so it's up to you to make sure they don't rearrange your teeth. There is no pesky randomness to ruin your plans. It is all you. This sort of thing makes the combat both challenging and unbelievably addicting, because there is no better feeling than staring death directly in the eyes, figuring out the correct sequence of spells to get yourself out of its embrace, and then flipping it the middle finger as you start blasting. But in true roguelike fashion, you don't just murder monsters for the fun of it, you also do it for the sweet, sweet loot. After each fight, you'll navigate a Slay the Spire style map towards new spells, passive upgrades, and, most excitingly of all, new rings. You know how in most RPGs you only get 1 or 2 ring slots? That honestly has always bugged me. Why leave all of that power behind when you can just jam it on another finger? And I'm happy to say that Pluto has my back here, because each finger, except the thumbs because they're lame, can carry a magical ring of untold power. But much like most things in Pluto, you don't get that power for free. You have to work for it. Both in the sense that you have to pay for the ring, because even if you are an evil wizard, you are no mere thief, and also because each ring requires you to jump through a hoop to get its power. The Wild Ring can make your spells multicast, but only if you charge it up by using an air element on that finger. So not only does the order of your spells matter, but which finger you stick your ring on is also going to dictate your strategy. The further you go, the more of these effects you'll have, and the more exciting and chaotic the fights will become. And yet, since everything is physically present on your screen, it never feels overwhelming or annoying. And do you know what the best thing is? This is just the demo, a teensy-weensy slice of the full game. Once that's out, there'll be even more enemies, more spells to make them go boom, and even more tacky rings to accessorize with. So, would I recommend you try Pluto? Absolutely, both the demo and the full game. And yeah, it is probably going to get overshadowed by the juggernaut that is Slay the Spire 2. But Pluto is such a uniquely weird experience that it would be a damn shame to miss it. So make sure to support creative indie developers and give it a try, even if it's just a free demo. I had a ton of fun with it, and hopefully you will as well. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, a like and a sub would help me out a lot, and I do hope to see you again soon. Bye bye!